Oh, you want? All righty, injuries. Trent Williams is having a minor bursa cleanup on his knee. He should be okay for the Saint game. Adrian Peterson has an ankle sprain. Josh Norman hamstring. And Morgan Moses was put in a concussion protocol yesterday, and he'll be obviously going through the process.
With Trent, was this just some continuation of an issue, or what led to him needing this procedure?
This has been an issue for the last couple of weeks. We had this actually scheduled for this week, since it's a bye week. Something he could play through, but he just wants to get it cleaned up. It was irritating him quite a bit.
Adrian Peterson, any thoughts on his long-term outlook?
No, I think he's going to be fine. I think this bye week is a good time for him, so he gets 2 weeks to recover.
So no concern he'll miss the Saints game?
No, not at this time, no.
With Morgan and Trent both banged up, obviously Ty you have available, and then what have you made of Jaron's progress as he's been inactive these couple of games, but obviously has been practicing?
Yeah, he's still continuing to progress. He's getting a lot of work in on scout team and doing some good things. So hopefully he will continue that role. We don't have to put him in the lineup. I think Morgan will be fine and Trent will be fine, but if not, then Jaron will be ready to roll.
You guys haven't scored a touchdown the second half of a game. You've gotten the 2 wins, so I'd imagine you feel good about that. And anything you see those, you go back and look at those situations?
Well, fourth quarter, I think we only had like 5 plays, and then or a third quarter, and then we took a knee there in the red zone, and Joe's kicked a field goal there. I was pretty conservative when we were up by 11 on the other one. So, and then played good defense, I guess. But we do have to probably do a better job of trying to get some points there in the second half.
What do you think you guys did well in the run game this week that didn't happen against Indianapolis?
What did we do well? Well, we made plays offensively. We put 28 points on the board in the first half. We started fast.
The run game.
Well, we had more opportunities. We had some good looks, and Adrian made some quality runs. I think anytime you get a couple, I think he had a couple 10-plus runs and one 40-yard run. Those help a lot. But to see opportunities and converting on third down, like I mentioned before, was big. I think the line did a good job blocking, and Adrian did a great job of finding the holes.
Jay, 3 weeks in, do you have any kind of feel now as to the kind of team you have, do you think?
Well, I know we're talented. I know that we're going to have to play extremely hard to win every week. Every team has their talent, but I feel good about where we are as a skill. I think we're going to continue to be in a process each week of finding out, what we like on offense, what we're good at. We're starting to feel pretty good about the balance that we have. Defensively, we're starting to get the key pieces in there more, playing more playing time and getting guys out there. So I think it's just continue to gel. It's a process of getting guys play together and communicate together.
Is there an identity yet, or do you think that just takes time too?
Well, I think that takes time. That's about consistency and production, and the identity will come. Obviously, what we want our identity to be is a physical football team on both sides of the ball, and a team that's mentally tough. And we had some great flashes of that yesterday. Them scoring a long bomb touchdown, make it 21-10, and then us coming right back and scoring a 2-minute drill to make it 28-10. And in the second half, them scoring, and then we going 3 and out, and then our defense getting quality stops there to seal the deal. So some great situational work, some great signs of mental toughness, some great signs of hustle all across the board from our defensive line, linebackers, safeties. So it was an impressive performance.
How do you want your players to go about this bye week, and does anything change with it being so early?
No, I think, there's a mandatory amount of time they have off, so they're going to take some time off. The big thing is for the injured guys to make sure they get their treatment and take care of their bodies and come back with a fresh mind, focused, ready to go, because it's going to be a 13-week grind for everybody. And so it's important for them to take a couple days and relax, get away from it for a little while, but also take care of their bodies and come back refreshed and ready to go.
When you have a couple guys like you, Vernon, Alex, Adrian, older guys on offense who are helping, what is the benefit of having some older guys like that doing what they're doing and being contributors on offense?
Yeah, veterans are key to, I think, all football teams and the type of guys they are, the veteran leadership that they provide, the veteran ways they go about their business on a daily routine, the routines that they display for the younger player, showing why they've been in the league for so long and how they're still so productive with the work habits they have, their eating habits, their sleep habits. All that rubs off on the younger players. So it's great to have them, and then to watch them still produce at a high level like they do. It's good for everybody.
Jay, following up on the bye question, is there any benefit to having it early? Because I know guys typically like to have it later when they're a little bit more worn out.
Yeah, well, it's good for us now. Brandon needs the bye week. Obviously Trent needs the bye week. Morgan needs the bye week. We're a little bit beat up on the offensive line. Sean Laval needs the bye week. Obviously AP needs the bye week. So offensively, it really came at a pretty good time. Defensively, I think we probably could have used a little bit later, but we're in good shape right now on defense. But offensively, it came at a good time. So.
Jay, I know you've kind of been asked this question in a few different ways over the years, but what kind of appreciation do you have for Trent and how he's able to play at the level he plays despite all the injuries he's been dealing with?
Yeah, I have a great appreciation for Trent. He's the best in the business. I've said it many, many times. And, it's a great luxury to have that blind side protected as well as he can protect it. Also, in the running game, as productive as he is. So it's not an easy task that he has. He's a very smart player, very productive, very strong, very quick-footed. He's just an all-around great football player, and it's a great luxury to have, like you say, when he's healthy, and even when he's not healthy, he's the best in the business.
Adrian referred to that Colts game as the worst of his career, just from a full disappointment perspective. How did that change the tone last week getting ready for Green Bay, just the need to really put that behind you guys?
Yeah, it was big. It's big in a lot of ways. To show that we can bounce back after a tough loss. They're all tough, whoever it's against. But playing at home the way we played was disappointing for a lot of people, coaches, players, fans, everybody. And this game was definitely necessary for hopefully our success in the future, for us to be able to bounce back from a tough loss like that.
How did you think Tony did at center, Chase at guard, and is that combination something that could stay even when Sean is healthy?
They did good. I think Tony did a good job. And obviously, Chase did some good things at guard. There's some things we got to fix up, but I think for the first time playing together at those two positions, I think was very good, very positive moving forward. When Sean gets back, we'll address it then. But right now, those two are etched in the lineup. We'll see how Sean is when we get back from the bye.
Jay, a large jump in snaps for Duran and Jonathan on the line. They played pretty much the entire game. Did you guys decide to maybe mix it up a little bit and really let them go until they asked out?
Yeah, we want to get them going. First couple games, we had a rotation going and trying to get their feet wet together, especially Duran. But I think he showed that he can handle the reps, and we want to get him out there. We didn't draft him in the first round to sit by me. We wanted him to play as much as possible, and I was impressed the way he and Jonathan played, not only at the start of the game but at the end of the game. They were flying to the football. They were making plays downfield in the pocket in the running game. So, those two guys together, the vision that we had when we drafted them, getting Jonathan and Duran together, came to fruition yesterday.
Do you see that going forward, or was that just?
Hope so. Yeah. And we're not down on anybody else, but I think those two guys are special guys, and they need to be on the field. So, we have some other guys that can play without a doubt, but these two guys are first rounders and very talented. So the more they play, the better they get. But we'll still work in a rotation from time to time. But for the most part, those two guys will be out there when they're healthy.
Jay, how much different is the bye week going to be for you? A lot of times coaches will have a chance to go back and watch all the games or do a lot of eval that through 3 games you just might have to not have the luxury of the film to cover yet.
Yeah, we have 3 good games, especially for self-scout. That's a good time to get that done. But you're right, we don't have a lot of data on that, just 3 games. Maybe our 3rd preseason game we'll throw in there. But just make sure we're aware of tendencies that we have. Also start to get some work on New Orleans and Carolina, because Carolina will be a short week. So maybe we get a little head on Carolina. So we have a lot of work to do. Make sure we keep in touch with our trainer and make sure that these guys are progressing like we think and getting ready for the game and address personnel if we need to. But really it's about trying to get ahead and study what other teams are doing and continue to add to our playbook. You're welcome.